Hello students. So here we start with the basic part of trigonometry. This chapter is very important for 9th standard, 10th standard, and then 11th and 12th standard also. So you know very well there is a right angle triangle. Now in a right angle triangle, any one angle is 90 degrees, right? And the side opposite to 90 degree is called as hypotenuse. So everyone knows this is the hypotenuse of the triangle. Any right angle triangle, the side opposite to 90 degrees, the side opposite to 90 degrees is called the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse. So if I name the triangle as A, B, C, and angle B is 90 degrees, then we say AC is the hypotenuse. AC is the hypotenuse, right? Now, there is a connection between hypotenuse and the remaining two sides. That's given by a theorem called as Pythagoras theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem says in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse, so hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. So you can write side 1 square plus side 2 square. Or some students say hypotenuse square is equal to base ka square plus height ka square. Okay. So hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. In this triangle, if I use Pythagoras theorem, I'll get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Hypotenuse square is always equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. That's the Pythagoras theorem. So even that's a very important concept used in the concept of trigonometry. The sums based on trigonometry as well as the proofs of identities. Now trigonometry gives the relation between a right angle triangle, the sides of the right angle triangle and the angles of the right angle triangle. So if you have a right angle triangle initially and suppose the name of the triangle again is ABC, then you know AC is the hypotenuse, right? Now if I take angle C, if I take angle C, so C ka opposite side, angle C ka opposite side is AB. AB is called the opposite side of C, and BC is called the adjacent side of C. Adjacent means बाजू वाला, okay? तो C का बाजू वाला दो sides है, but उसमें से ये तो hypotenuse है, तो the adjacent side is BC of C. If I take angle A, then who is the opposite side here? BC is the opposite side and AB is the adjacent side. So हर एंगल का ऑपोजिट साइड, एडजेसेंट साइड और हाइपोटेन्यूज पहले आइडेंटिफाई करने को आना चाहिए, ठीक है? सो कोई भी एंगल का ऑपोजिट साइड मींस उसके सामने वाला साइड, एडजेसेंट मींस बाजू वाला, एंड हाइपोटेन्यूज ऑलवेज द साइड ऑपोजिट टू 90 degrees. Now trigo gives the relation between the basically trigo trigonometric ratios gives the relation between the sides and angles. It gives the relation between the sides and angles in a triangle. The basic three ratios we study now is the first ratio is called as sine ratio. इसको हम लोग शॉर्ट में लिखते हैं SIN. Okay. So throughout the entire study of trigonometry, we write this as SIN. You pronounce that as sine. The second ratio is cosine ratio. The second ratio is cosine. Here we pronounce this as cosine, or we call that as cos and we write short COS, cos ratio. Cos is basically the cosine ratio. Okay. And the third ratio is the tangent ratio. Third ratio is the tangent ratio. So these three ratios are the basic ratios. Tangent ratio, in short, it's written as tan. Okay. So we call that as tan. Sine ratio, cosine ratio, tangent ratio. Now what is sine ratio? So here we start with the basic formulas. The first one is, or you can say these are the basic definitions of trigonometric ratios. So sine, cos and tan, they are the basic ratios and how you define them see now. So if you have a triangle ABC and if the sides are, if the vertices are A, B, C, angle B is 90 degrees, then AC is the hypotenuse, right? If I take this angle as theta, angle C is denoted as theta. Let's say उसका measure theta है या फिर उसको हम लोग ने एक नाम दिया है theta, है ना? So theta का opposite side here will be AB. So AB is the opposite side of theta and BC is the adjacent side of theta. And as usual, AC is the hypotenuse. Now we define the ratios. So the first ratio is sine ratio. Sine of any angle is defined as sine of any angle. Okay, we never write sine. Sine के साथ में हमेशा एक angle आएगा. Sine theta is equal to opposite side of theta upon hypotenuse. So here sine theta is equal to opposite side of theta is AB and the hypotenuse is AC. So remember the first definition. Sine of any angle is equal to opposite side of that angle divided by its hypotenuse. Opposite side of that angle divided by its hypotenuse. The second ratio is cosine ratio. उसको हम लोग short में लिखते हैं cos theta. Cos of any angle theta is equal to adjacent side of theta upon hypotenuse. So cos of any angle is equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So cos of any angle is equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. The third ratio is tan ratio, tangent ratio. So tan of theta. So tan of theta is equal to opposite side of theta upon adjacent side of theta. Opposite side of theta upon adjacent side of theta. That's the definition of tan. So here you can see cos theta. Cos theta ka value will be equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So that's going to be BC upon hypotenuse is AC. Okay. And the tan value is equal to opposite side of theta upon adjacent side of theta. So opposite side is AB and adjacent side is BC. So tan theta is equal to AB upon BC. AB upon BC. Is that clear? So these are the three basic definitions. Sin theta is equal to opposite side of theta upon hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent side of theta upon hypotenuse. And tan theta is opposite side of theta upon adjacent side of theta. Clear? एक बार वापस अच्छे से पढ़ लो. Sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. And tan theta is opposite side upon adjacent side. Clear? Now these are some very small points to be remembered very thoroughly. You can never write, if you write just sine, then this is considered wrong. Sine is always of some angle here. तो sine के साथ में हमेशा एक angle आएगा. Sine के साथ में, cos के साथ में, tan के साथ में. You always write sine theta, sine A, sine angle B, sine of 30 degrees. Angle का measure भी लिख सकते हो. Sine 60 degrees. Okay. So the first point is sine, cos, tan. These ratios are always along with some angle. Okay. If you write just sine, then it is considered wrong. You're wrong. You can't write sine theta. खाली साइन नहीं लिख सकते हम. साइन के साथ में हमेशा एक एंगल होना चाहिए. दूसरा, इफ यू हैव साइन थीटा का स्क्वायर, then you can write this as sin square theta. Okay, sin theta ka square means you write this as sin square theta. Cos theta ka square you can write cos square theta. Tan theta ka square you can write tan square theta. So please understand how to present, how to write, and see the meaning, the logic behind these ratios. Fine. So sine of any angle is opposite side upon hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Tan theta is opposite side upon adjacent side. And always take the opposite side of that angle, adjacent side of that angle. Of course, hypotenuse remains the constant. So let's solve one question here. So let's take one example. So suppose we have a right angle triangle P M So who's the hypotenuse here? Okay. Now if I ask you for the value of sine m, sine n, sorry. So who's the opposite side of n? N का opposite side is Pm. N का adjacent side is Mn, and Pn is the hypotenuse, है ना? So this is the opposite side of n. So ये opposite side है n का, okay? And ये उसका adjacent side. So tell me all the three ratios. So sine n is equal to opposite side of n upon hypotenuse. So the value of sine n will be equal to opposite side is Pm upon hypotenuse is Pn. Is that clear? Then find cos theta. Cos of n. Cos of n will be equal to adjacent side of n upon hypotenuse. That's your formula. So cos n is equal to adjacent side is mn upon hypotenuse is pn. Is that clear? And finally, you want tan n. Tan of any angle is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. So tan of n will be equal to n ka opposite side is pm, n ka adjacent side is mn. So the answer becomes pm upon mn. Is that clear? Pm upon mn. So these are the answers for the sine, cos, and tan values of angle n. Now what if I take the same triangle? The name of the triangle is PMN. Again, the same triangle. And if I ask you find the ratios of angle P now. So if you want the ratios of angle P. So if we talk about angle P, then P ka opposite side is MN now. P ka adjacent side is this, and this is called the hypotenuse, right? So here the hypotenuse is the same, but opposite side will change now. This is the opposite side of P, and this is the adjacent side of P. Clear? So now find हम लोग ने last example में क्या find किया sin n cos n tan n. Now find sin p. So sin p is equal to what? Opposite side upon hypotenuse, right? So who's the opposite side of p? P का opposite side is mn upon the hypotenuse is pn. Then cos of p. Cos of p is adjacent side of p upon hypotenuse. So adjacent side of P is Pm upon the hypotenuse is Pm. And finally tan P. Tan P is equal to opposite side of P upon adjacent side of P. So opposite side of P is Mn and the adjacent side is Pm. Clear? So these are the values of sin P, cos P, tan P, and sin n, cos n, and tan n. So every time you want to check कौन सा एंगल का रेशियो पूछा है उसका ऑपोजिट साइड उसका एडजेसेंट साइड मार्क करके यूज द डेफिनेशंस and by heart the definition. Sin theta is opposite side upon hypotenuse, cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse, and tan of any angle is opposite side upon adjacent side. Okay, so when you check these ratios you can frame one more formula. So you got to remember this also. Tan of any angle is equal to sine of that angle divided by cos of that angle. So tan theta is always equal to sine theta upon cos theta. Okay. If you divide sine theta and cos theta, listen here now. If you divide these two ratios, sine p upon cos p, इसमें pn cancel हो जाएगा. क्या बचेगा? mn upon pn है ना? And mn upon pn किसका वैल्यू है? Tan का. So tan p is equal to sine p upon cos p. Tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. Tan a is equal to sine a upon cos a. Tan b is equal to sine b upon cos b. Clear? So tan of any angle is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. That's one more formula. So first by heart these formulas and then we can start the sums there. So everyone remember this very thoroughly. Please write it down and by heart them very thoroughly. Sine of any angle is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. Cos of any angle is equal to adjacent side of that angle upon hypotenuse. And tan of any angle is equal to opposite side of that angle upon adjacent side of that angle. So opposite side upon adjacent side. Clear? So these three ratios, the definitions are very important. And along with that, remember, tan theta is always equal to sin theta upon cos theta. That's again very important. Tan theta is always equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Sin theta upon cos theta. Is that clear? Let's solve a question on this now. So let's take one example. Suppose you have a question. So check this question. In a right angle triangle LMN, angle L is equal to 50 degrees, angle N is equal to 40 degrees. Write the following ratios. So you have a triangle LMN, and they have said angle L is equal to 50 degrees. And angle N is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, 50 degrees and 40 degrees. Your question is find the value of sin 50, cos 50, tan 40, cos 40. तो पहले हम लोग को 50 फाइंड करना है ना. So if I see 50, then the opposite side is, this is the hypotenuse, right? This is the opposite side of 50 degrees and this is the adjacent side of 50 degrees. So if I have to find sin 50, so sin 50 will be equal to 50 का opposite side. उसका definition is opposite side upon hypotenuse, right? So sin 50 degrees will be equal to 50 का opposite side कौन है? 50 का opposite side is mn upon hypotenuse is ln. So that's one of your answer. The first ratio sin 50 is equal to mn upon ln. Then you want cos 50. Cos 50 is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So cos 50 will be equal to 50 का adjacent side upon the hypotenuse. So cos 50 degrees will be equal to, यहाँ पे 50 का opposite side is, adjacent side is lm upon the hypotenuse is ln. That's the second answer. Clear to all? Then you want tan 40. Now you want tan 40. तो अभी हम लोग को 40 का opposite side चाहिए. 40 का opposite side. I just draw one more diagram to just make you understand. This is your triangle L M N, and you want 40 का tan and 40 का cos. So this is 40 degrees now. है ना? 40 degrees question में n दिया हुआ है. So this angle is 40 degrees. So this is the hypotenuse. 40 का opposite side, 40 का adjacent side. है ना? So in that sum you want sin 40, cos 40, tan 40. So sin 40 degrees is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. So opposite side is ln upon hypotenuse is ln. Then cos 40 degrees. Cos is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So 40 का opposite side. 40 का opposite side is, sorry, adjacent side is mn upon hypotenuse is ln. Clear? And then you want tan 40. Tan 40 is equal to 40 का opposite side. Definition is opposite upon adjacent side. Formulas बोलो मुंह में. जितना तुम लोग उसको रिपीट करोगे उतने वो अच्छे से याद रहेगा. So tan 40 is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. So opposite side is ln upon adjacent side is mn. This is the answer. Clear? So these are the values of sin 40, cos 40, tan 40, and the whole sum is over. Clear? Let's solve one more question where you have numerical values. So let's take one example. This is one more example, a second sum. Suppose you have a question in triangle ABC. Angle B is equal to 90 degrees. AB is equal to 12 centimeters. BC is equal to 5 centimeters. Find sin A, cos A, tan A, and sin B, cos B, tan B. So you have to find the values of sin A, cos A, tan A, and sin C, cos C, and tan C. Okay. So let's draw a triangle. And in this triangle, as per the question, angle B is 90 degrees. So angle B is 90 degrees. And you know the values of AB and AC. AB is given 12 centimeters and BC is given 5 centimeters. Now tell me, how do I find AC first? So उसके लिए we use Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So you can write by, since it's a right angle triangle, you can use Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC. Now who's the hypotenuse here? Tell me. The hypotenuse is AC. So Pythagoras theorem says what? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Hypotenuse square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. So you get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. That's your Pythagoras theorem. So AC square is equal to AB. Now in the question, AB is given how much? 12 and BC is 5. So put the values. 12 ka square plus 5 ka square. So AC square is equal to 12 ka square 144 plus 25. So AC square is equal to 169. You know, if I take square roots, AC is equal to root of 169 मिलेगा. Now 169 का square root. So AC is equal to 13 centimeters. So you got the value of AC first. So now you have all the three values there, right? Now you want the sine value, cos value, and tan value of all the sine of A, cos of A, tan of A, sine of C, cos of C, and tan of C. So this is your triangle in which you know all the three sides. And now you have the value of all the three sides. You have AB is 12, BC is 5, and AC is 13. And if I have to find the values of sine A, cos A, and tan A, then you're finding angle A, right? So A के लिए, this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side, and this is the hypotenuse. So now tell me, what is sine A? Sine A will be equal to opposite side of A upon hypotenuse. है ना? So opposite side of A का value will be, opposite side of A is 5 and the hypotenuse is 13. So the answer is 5 upon 13. Then cos of A. Cos A is equal to adjacent side of A upon hypotenuse. So A का adjacent side का value, A का adjacent side is 12 upon hypotenuse is 13. And then remember tan A. Tan A is sin A upon cos A. You can write sin A upon cos A, or you can write opposite side upon adjacent side. Both the ways the answer is same. But remember the formula also. So opposite side upon adjacent side becomes 5 upon 12. Clear? These are the values of sin A, cos A, and tan A. Check the angle properly. Then question हम लोग को sin C, cos C और tan C भी पूछा है ना. तो sin C अभी चाहिए. So suppose I same draw the same diagram to make you understand. You don't have to draw the diagrams again and again in the exams, okay? This is just to make you understand. So in triangle ABC, now if I take angle C now, okay? So this is given 12, this was 5, and this is 13, right? Now C ka opposite side is this, adjacent side is this, and this is the hypotenuse, right? So फटाफट solve करो. What is sine C का value? Sine C will be equal to again opposite side upon hypotenuse. Now tell me how much is the opposite side? Opposite side is 12 upon hypotenuse is 13. Okay. Then cos C. Cos C is equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So adjacent side upon hypotenuse is 5 upon 30. Okay. And then finally tan C. Tan of any angle you can use sine upon cos or you can write opposite side upon adjacent side. So opposite side upon adjacent side comes out to 12 upon 5. 12 upon 5. Clear? So in this sum, we have to first find the values of the sides and you can find all the ratios of sine, cos and tan of the angles they are being asked in the question. Clear? So practice few more questions here or let's solve one more question to make you understand this whole concept better. So suppose we have a triangle. Let's take this question now. So they are certain right angle triangle YXZ. Angle X is 90 degrees. XZ is 8. YZ is 17. Find sine Y cos Y tan Y. Sine Z cos Z tan Z. So let's draw the triangle first to make understand this better. The name of the triangle is XYZ or YXZ. उसमें angle X 90 degree है ना? So X is 90 degrees. This is Y say and this is Z. Okay. Now look at size दी. XZ is given 8. So this is 8 centimeters. YZ is given 17 centimeters. YZ is the hypotenuse. So we use Pythagoras theorem first to find the length of the third side. है ना? जब भी right angle triangle में दो sides मालूम है तो third side के लिए you have to use Pythagoras theorem. So you can start saying by Pythagoras theorem. So in this triangle, if you use Pythagoras theorem, you get hypotenuse square is equal to yx square, side 1 square plus side 2 square. है ना? Put the values yz is 17. So 17 square is equal to yx square plus 8 square. Put the value 17 का square. 17 का square is 289 equal to yx square plus 8 का square. 8 into 8 is 64. Take that 64 on that side. ये 64 plus है वहां पे जाएगा तो minus हो जाएगा है ना? So shift that 64 on that side वो minus हो जाएगा. So you get yx square is equal to 289 minus 64. When you subtract that, you get yx square is equal to 225. Taking square roots, so yx is equal to root of 225. Now 225 का square root is 15. So yx is equal to 15 centimeters. So now you have all the three sides of the triangle, right? Now you can find the value of sine y, cos y, tan y, and then sine z, cos z, tan z. Okay? So you have to do the same thing what you had done in the last question. So here I draw the triangle जिसमें तीनों sides पता है तुमको. So your triangle is y, x, z, and you know all the three sides now. This was given 17. The base was given 8 centimeters and ये हम लोग को मिला 15, right? Now you want the angle of sine y. पहले हम लोग को sine y find करना है. So this is y. This is angle y, है ना? अगर ये angle y है तो this is the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse and this is the adjacent side. So find sine y now. So sine of y is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. You have to just by add the formulas and put the values. So opposite side of y. Y opposite side is 8 upon hypotenuse is 17. Clear? Then find cos y. Cos y is equal to adjacent side of y upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So cos y will be equal to adjacent side 15 upon hypotenuse is 17. And then you want tan y. tan y is equal to sin y upon cos y, or you can write opposite side upon adjacent side. So opposite side upon adjacent side. So opposite side of y. Opposite side is 8 and adjacent side is 15. So answer is 8 upon 15. Okay. This was for angle y. And try to get everything from the same triangle only. I'm just drawing triangles to make you understand at that particular page. Again, I draw the triangle. Your triangle is y, x, and z. ओके, और उसमें ना ये हम लोग को 17 दिया हुआ है, ये 8 है और ये 15 है. ना यू वांट द वैल्यूज ऑफ, अभी और क्या फाइंड करना है हम लोग को, साइन जेड कॉस जेड एंड टैन जेड. साइन वाई कॉस वाई टैन वाई हो गया बराबर. यू वांट साइन जेड का रेशियोज ना, जेड का रेशियोज. सो आई मार्क एंगल जेड ना. सो दिस एंगल जेड. अगर ये एंगल जेड है तो देन this is the hypotenuse, this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side. Fine. So now you can find sin z. So sin z is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. So z का opposite side कितना है? Z का opposite side is 15 upon hypotenuse is 17. Then you find cos z. Cos z is equal to adjacent side of z upon hypotenuse. So adjacent side of z is 8 upon hypotenuse is 17. Okay. And finally tan z. Tan z is actually, you can write sin z upon cos z, or you can write opposite side upon adjacent side. So opposite side upon adjacent side लिया तो भी चलेगा, sin z upon cos z लिया तो भी चलेगा. So opposite side is 15, adjacent side is 8. So answer is 15 upon 8. Clear? And now we prove one identity. There's a very important formula, identity, which connects sine and cos. Sine और cos का एक relation है. So first remember the formula. Sin square theta, square. This formula is applicable only for square. Plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay. It should be square here. Identities are applicable only in squares. It should be in squares. So remember sin theta plus cos theta nahi hai. Sin theta, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. It is sin ka square and cos ka square. Now we prove this. Suppose we have a right angle triangle. And we take the same triangle ABC. We name this angle as theta. Angle C is theta. Okay. So theta के लिए ये opposite side है, ये adjacent side है, और ये अपना hypotenuse है ना. Now what if I use Pythagoras theorem in this triangle? If I use Pythagoras theorem in this triangle, what do I get? AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Okay. Then I'll write dividing throughout by AC square. Dividing throughout by AC square. सबको AC square से divide करें. So you get AB square upon AC square. Second term को भी AC square से divide करो. BC square upon AC square. Third term को AC square से divide करो. AC square upon AC square. The first row I can write AB upon AC the whole square, right? Plus BC upon AC the whole square. दोनों square है ना? Equal to AC square upon AC square, ये पूरा कैंसिल हो जाएगा है ना. तो क्या मिलेगा? 1. कैंसिल किया तो 1 है ना. नाउ टेल मी, बट AB upon AC किसका वैल्यू? AB upon AC is sin theta है ना. Sin of any angle, sin theta is equal to what? Opposite side upon hypotenuse. तो AB upon AC is sin theta है ना. तो AB upon AC को I can write sin theta. And BC upon AC is cos theta. Cos theta is what? Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So this becomes cos theta. So AB upon AC is sin theta and BC upon AC is cos theta. So when you make this substitution there, substitute किया तो क्या मिलेगा? Sin theta का square plus cos theta का square. So square is 1. Okay, not sin theta plus cos theta. It is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So remember this formula, that's very, very, very important. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay. So students, write these formulas and study them thoroughly. Remember these formulas. In the next lecture, we solve more questions on this and we understand two more concepts here. The first formula was the definition. Sine of any angle is equal to opposite side of that angle upon hypotenuse. Okay. The second definition, cos theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side of that angle upon hypotenuse. The third definition, tan theta. Tan theta is equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. Opposite side upon adjacent side. So सबसे पहले definitions बहुत अच्छे से write करो. These are the basic ratios का definition. Sin theta is opposite side upon hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Tan theta is opposite side upon adjacent side. The next formula, you can convert tan को sin cos में या sin cos को tan में. So the next formula is tan theta. Tan of any angle is always equal to sin theta upon cos theta. और sin theta upon cos theta is always equal to tan theta. इसमें याद रखना ये दोनों एंगल सेम होना चाहिए. इधर A है और इधर B है तो नहीं चलेगा. ओके, ये थीटा है तो ये भी थीटा होना चाहिए. यहाँ पे A है तो यहाँ पे भी होना चाहिए, तो आंसर में tan A आएगा. So sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta. Sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta. Tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. And the last one, we found one identity. That's the most important one. The identity is very, very, very important. So what was the identity? The identity is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Remember this identity is applicable only in squares. याद रखो स्क्वायर में होना चाहिए. It should be in squares. नहीं तो identity यूज नहीं कर सकते. You cannot say sin theta plus cos theta is 1. वो square होना चाहिए. If you write sin theta plus cos theta is 1, then this is wrong. Okay, it should be square, square, square. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So by the formulas, we solve some more questions based on this. Okay, I'll give you some questions to solve. So practice these questions, and if you have any doubts, you can get me in the next class. So you can solve these questions. This is one question. यहाँ पे they have given two triangles, so you have to consider two triangles. ये triangle में you have to find theta का sin value, cos value, और ये triangle में you have to find alpha का sin value and cos value. So check this question and solve this sum and solve these two questions more. So in this triangle, they are given two sides. You can find the values there. And there are two more questions. So practice these questions. We can discuss some more questions in the next class. Thank you so much, students.